Well, welcome to the channel, y'all. This is Lewis with Bremen and Bassin Outdoor Adventures, and today we went to a town in northern Arkansas, north central Arkansas. It's right close to the Missouri line. I mean, it's just a few feet from the Missouri line. It's called Mammoth Springs, and it's the home of the largest or second largest spring in Arkansas. And it's like the 10th largest spring in the world. It is huge. It puts out over 7 million gallons of water per hour. Anyway, it's a state park there. It's Mammoth Springs State Park, and we made a visit there today. Here in this section here, you can see we're in the visitor center where you can get all kinds of information about Arkansas and state parks and events in Arkansas and such like. It's got a souvenir shops. You can buy t-shirts and snacks, whatever you want to do here before you go out walking around the park looking, and you can even get a passport here if you need to. And anyway, me and Colleen, we were doing a visit there today, and we decided to do a little documentary on it to help promote this place a little bit, because it is really, really, really nice.
We're going to try to drain it again, get back in drain it, and then frost it. And I'm going to guess, I'm just guessing October 20th, first frost right there. Hey guys, the train depot is open. Don't miss that today. It's free, and it's that red building right over there. And you can go inside the museum.
Okay.
It's worth it. If the train goes by and you're in the museum, you'll be
I was trying to do a little bit of a documentary thing for my YouTube channel too. So.
Well, I'd like to see your YouTube channel. Who are you?
Bremen and Bassin Outdoor Adventures.
Yeah, I'll find you real quick on YouTube.
I just changed it to Outdoor Adventures where I can start doing some hiking and stuff like this.
Yeah, let me see if I can find you real quick. Say it again. What is it called?
Bremen and Bassin. Breamin.
Oh, Bremen. Okay, yeah, Bremen. And Bass.
No G on it, just IN. IN apostrophe.
Bremen and Bassin.
Yeah.
Let's see if that brings you over good.
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
I'll check you out, baby.
You up with that handsome face on it.
That's it. Well, I hope to see you. Yeah, I'll watch your videos. You like?
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
So the red building is the depot. Cool.
Okay, but there we are now at the Mammoth Springs State Park. It's the 10th largest natural spring in the world, right? Today what we're going to do, we're going to head across over here. There's a red building right over there. That's a train depot. We're going to go over there and look through the museum over there. I've got an older video on the channel about Mammoth Spring State Park if y'all want to go watch it. It's called Mammoth Spring, Arkansas, and I've did one on this, so we're going to go around to the depot over there and we're going to show you some of that. And there, with all the noise, is the dam. They've also got a trout hatchery. Got a trout hatchery over here somewhere too. We're gonna go see if we can find that, and we'll go through it. It's got an aquarium and stuff in it, I think, something like that. This is a pond that comes from the dam. The spring. The spring is actually up here to my left, up there. This water stays 58 degrees year round. So they say. I hadn't checked it. What is that, I wonder? That's probably an old jail. I'll put you in it.
No, it's a terrible jail. Scary, scary, scary.
No, it's not scary.
Lots of picnic tables, lots.
Well, what is that thing?
Ooh, it says number 6. So there's probably a map of the place. Look at this. I got it in my hand. But it doesn't tell me what the things are. So there's probably one that does.
This is the old Mammoth Springs train depot. And we'll look at this right here. You can get a snapshot of that and read that anytime you want to. George D. Hay, elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame, 1966. He was a newspaper reporter for the Memphis Commercial Appeal, visited Mammoth Springs while on assignment. Okay, he was the solemn old judge on the radio show in Nashville, Grand Ole Opry. That's pretty cool. All right, so now let's just go and see if we can take a tour through this museum. Frisco Train Depot Museum. Free admission open today. Alright, Mammoth Springs Depot. There you go, and get a snapshot of that right there. Y'all can pause it and read that for yourselves for time's sake. Okay. There goes the train taking off. Okay, this is the 1886 Frisco Depot. Original construction began in 1885, and after the railroad had established its route. The depot, I'm reading this off of a document here. The depot was finished and opened for business in 1886. The Frisco Railroad operated from the depot from 1901 to 1968. When Frisco ended its passenger service in 1968, the depot was abandoned, and for the next 2 years, the elements and vandals took their toll. In 1970, the community of Mammoth Springs, especially the Mammoth Springs Lions Club and the Garden Club, took a stand and came to its rescue. In 1971, after hard work and determination, the 1886 Frisco Depot Museum was reborn. Then in 1994, when the state funds became available, the museum took a new direction, and after much planning, it was completely renovated to represent a working depot during the era of 1900 to 1930. After being closed for 2 years during the completion of the renovation, the museum's reopening was on May 7th, 1999. Okay, you can see here there's some things on display here, and we're going to see if we can find someone here to kind of lead us through this and show us what all is going on in here. We're just kind of looking and
Do you want me to tell you what I know? I'm not the original person here today, but I'm here for today. So this is the black waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
All of the floors and the upper windows are all original to the depot. This family depicts the Washingtons that were owners of a peach orchard in the early 1900s. Excuse me. Now this stove is not original to the depot, but it is original to the time period.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a while ago. There was 2 stoves. I must have thought it was going to be awful cold.
Yeah. So this stove here is original to the depot, as well as both of these desks are original to the depot. This trash can is from the early 1900s. And back in the day when the railroad started, they kept colliding and they couldn't figure out why. So they realized by using that black box with the gold dial that some of the men were colorblind. And that's why they were crashing. So that device was used for that.
Really?
Also,
Makes sense.
yeah. And so that tin box right there to the far right, with the apple in front of it, that is a lunch pail that the miners used to take down below. And the setup is the food would be at the bottom, the beer would be in the middle, and about lunchtime it would start growling. Literally, that's where the term growler came from. This is one of the first ever writing batteries, and the Prince Albert tin box there helps to amplify that. This is where they would send the telegrams. Those 3 Morse code devices in front of that middle window is original to this depot.
Cool.
These 2 black handled levers here is what controls the lights above for the trains, whether they stop or go or slow down. There is a big metal, long, tall metal post out there that is for the mail. If it was yellow, the gentleman would go and grab it with a hook. Now this to me I call primitive text messaging right here. So those sticks were used for, they had to get a message to somebody quickly. The guy would stand out there, it would, obviously the lights would be on yellow, the gentleman would stand out there, pole to pole, there would be a guy to grab it, hurry up, take the note off, and throw it back out for the guy to go grab it.
Cool. Text message.
My hand.
Those symbols right there are just a small portion of the hobo language. Those were inscribed on trees that were close to the homes of the railroad. So, not of the railroad, but by the railroad.
Okay.
And so the hobos would get off the train, start walking. They would want to know if it was a house that they could go and knock on the back door for food, or if they had to hurry up and get out of there.
Okay.
So, true story. The Welcome Center manager's grandmother owned a home in Missouri that was close to the tracks. And when they tore down her house, they noticed hobo signs inscribed on the trees. And he said he remembered as a child hearing stories of his grandmother feeding strangers outside, out the back door. So.
I knew a man that used to be a hobo.
And these 2 here are the hotels, the Culp and the Nettleton. The Culp is actually used to be right where Main Street Auto is right now, downtown Mammoth. The Nettleton Hotel, so right here is a river bend. I'm just showing you with my hands. Right
Okay.
here's a river bend, right here is Main Street Auto, that's where the Culp was. Right here is Brown's Furniture. Right here is like a dentist office, I believe. You make the first left, and 2 lots down was the Nettleton Hotel.
Okay.
That hotel was accidentally burnt down due to the hired help accidentally putting leaves to burn, and it was too close to the side of the hotel. And this right here is a drill press for the tracks.
Okay.
So we have a video here that you can press at any time, and it'll tell you more about this area of this depot. We also have these press things throughout, as well as we have a baggage area that I can let you in with a key, and they have a display there, as well as one of these videos.
Okay.
All right.
I've been just getting pause spots on here where they can get a snapshot and read this if they want.
Right.
Let them still have a surprise. It's YouTube. So he's a YouTuber. So
They are original to the trains that stopped here.
with the middle,
Yes.
that's neat.
Yes. I love it because it's so primitive looking. And this
Get the picture of that old nail.
that would be. So this is what they used to use on the trains. This is an old. I forget what that's called.
This video will give you a sense of how folks once lived, dressed, worked, and played during the boom time of prosperity and growth in the town of Mammoth Spring. In 1888, the Mammoth Spring Improvement and Water Power Company built a 15-foot high, 225-foot long dam across the head of the spring-fed river to hold a supply of water to power the mills and factories around the spring. Businesses started to flourish, and more people began settling in the area. The town of Mammoth Spring was incorporated on July 15, 1889. The area increased in population with the influence of available water power and the services of the Frisco Railroad. Access to markets was greatly increased over the days of mule or horse-drawn wagons. The chief export in the Fulton County and Mammoth Spring area was cattle, followed by hogs and peaches. Peaches were shipped in 25 carload lots, with the majority going to Chicago. There were many forest products shipped as well: cords of wood, fence posts, and much-needed railroad ties. The population of Mammoth Spring, the largest town in Fulton County, had swollen to 1,500 by the 1930s. During this time of economic growth, the town boasted of 5 church buildings, 3 restaurants, 4 doctors, 4 lawyers, 2 drugstores, a brick schoolhouse, an opera house, and a water-powered roller mill that could produce 400 barrels of fine flour every 24 hours. A water-powered cotton mill, which provided jobs for 125 people, was later replaced by a shoe factory that produced 325 pairs of shoes a day. With a population of 1,500, there were approximately 500 homes in this growing city. Altogether, the town had 28 enterprising firms doing business on Main Street. Last but not least, a spring of pure, clear, cold, and sparkling water could be found that covered nearly 20 acres of ground and averaged 19 feet deep. This giant spring was the major attraction in the area. It provided power to the mills and factories, electricity to the town, and recreation opportunities for residents and tourists. You could enjoy swimming, boating, fishing on the river and lake, picnics, reunions, and festivals. The spring was the focal point of interest, and business opportunities were abundant, whether they be factories or a strong tourism trade. Mammoth Spring received much recognition as an enjoyable resort area. This attracted businesses that capitalized on the spring and Spring River, including fish. The quality and abundance of the water of the Great Spring attracted national attention, and in 1904, the Department of the Interior established a national fish hatchery just across the tracks from the station.
So if anybody's ever wondered what a caboose looks like inside, this is what it looks like. You got I figure this was probably bunks maybe and benches either way for the probably the conductor and some old tickets. There's a sitting area there.
There's a sitting area here.
It'd be cool to sit up there and ride. Well, what was this? This is a water tank for your sink.
Behind you is the loo.
Had probably a coal stove, wasn't it? It's gas. That's weird. That's a gas stove. And hang on to this bar up here on the roof, up here, and ride right along. Here's some of the stuff they offer here at the park. They got movie in the park. They're showing how to train your dragon. That is cool. Birds of prey, flint knapping exhibition, showing how they made arrowheads. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, this will be a good place to visit. Anybody that wants to, that's interested in all of this kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever been in a train station. Now we're going to walk back around this path. It goes back around by the spring. When we get around there, I'll show you where the spring comes out of the ground. Yeah, they've got all kinds of picnic tables and barbecue grills up in here. There's a playground for the kiddos right up there. If you can see that from here or not, let me zoom in on that a little bit. There's a playground up there for the kids. They got picnic tables up there. There's picnic tables on the other side over here, the other side of the dam. I mean, there's plenty of room to have a good time here, just kind of day camping and do your thing. You fish, cook out, eat, have a good time with family, see all the sights. And whenever the fish hatchery is usually open, right now it's not. Right now, not today, so we didn't get to go through it like I wanted to, but it's really neat to go in it too. They say I hadn't been in it yet, but we'll make another trip just for the fish hatchery one of these days. All these ferns growing up in here. Is that ferns? I don't know what this is. Geese are enjoying the water. Alright, this is where the spring comes out of the ground, that pond right there. They got two different outflows from it. Comes out this side and down there, that side. There's a lookout up there. If I can figure out how to get up there, we might go up there and look off of it. Let me walk on. Well, it looks like my wife is figuring out to go that way, so let's just go that way and see where she's going. She might just find her way. She's pretty good at that. She's pretty good at finding her way around. Yep, she's gonna take that path right there. Alright, we'll see you at the top. Here we go. There's some steps going up the hill right there. And should go right up there to that lookout. Okay, now we're up to the lookout. Got benches here to sit on. After coming up that hill, I'm about ready to sit down on one of them. Oh yeah. Yeah, now this pond is where the spring comes out of the ground. And it goes across. There's the walkway we was on a while ago, the walk bridge. It goes over here and it goes under that walk bridge over there. And it forms that pond, and then it goes over the dam and forms the Spring River that flows all the way down to through the Ozarks down to Black Rock, Arkansas, and it runs into the Black River down there. It's a beautiful place. Arkansas is beautiful. I mean, the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas are beautiful, and as you get further west, you get into the Boston Mountains and the Ouachita Mountains down to the southwest, and it just gets more and more beautiful as you go. So if you had never visited Arkansas, this will be a place to visit when you come, right here. And you need to come. And this is telling about the overlook and when it was built. Looks like they have rebuilt it over time too, because it's got the vinyl flooring now instead of wood. But anyway, you can get a snapshot of that. I hope you are enjoying this video. We're going to work our way back around and probably call it good here in just a little bit. Mammoth Spring flows at an average rate of 9.78 million gallons of water per hour with a constant water temperature of 58 degrees Fahrenheit. The main source of the spring's water comes from rainfall over the high plains of southern Missouri. Water seeps into the underground water table and flows along a vast system of interconnected cavities. Eventually, it converges into a main channel and emerges as Mammoth Spring. So all this is actually rainwater from southern Missouri north of where Mammoth Springs is, and it seeps into the ground and into underground rivers, and they combine and they come up out of the ground right here. And you can't actually see the spring coming out of the ground because it's actually 80 feet below the pool of water there. All right, I want to thank y'all for tuning in and watching this documentary I did on Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, let us know. We're going to try to put some of this on here too as our outdoor adventures part of Bremen and Bassin. And I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, let us know and hit the subscribe button. If you hadn't, hit that bell, and that way you'll keep getting all the notifications of our new videos and such like. We also have a video on here called Mammoth Springs, Arkansas that I did way back. I had some fishing on it too as well, but I was fishing right there by it, and I went over and did some recording there at the dam and the hydroelectric facility there that used to be furnishing electricity for Mammoth Springs in the area way back in the early 1900s. But anyway, if you were interested in that, you can go watch that one. And I'm going to try to do one at the hatchery there where they hatch out the trout that they put in the river right there. And that river, Spring River, that comes out of Mammoth Springs is probably the second best trout river in Arkansas. Number one being up at Cotter, Arkansas to White River up there. But you have some really great trout fishing. Rainbows, browns, there's a few, very few, but there's some tiger trout in there as well. And if you're lucky, you'll catch one of them. All right, so if y'all enjoy these videos, let us know, and we'll keep trying to get you more. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you for watching. It's Lewis with Bremen and Bassin Outdoor Adventures.